Cologne.
Good morning and welcome to ESL One Cologne. We're very happy to be here. My name is Hugo. Joining me is Harry, and this is the B stream. We're going to be covering the first 3 days here of Cologne live from Cathedral, Germany, but the real action is going on in the heart of Counter-Strike, the home of Counter-Strike, ESL One Cologne, in the great city itself, Harry.
Yeah, Hugo, I'm a big fan of this event. I can't wait for this to get underway. Now, I've been looking forward to it all year almost, I would say. It's like Christmas for me. It's like a second Christmas.
Yeah, okay.
You know, I didn't think one Christmas was enough, so I've sprinkled in a few more at CS events. I've spoilt myself. I've bought a brand new floral t-shirt, as everyone can see. I'm feeling good, Hugo. You looking forward for this?
Yeah, I'm ready to go. I got to say, I'm loving the style. I also love the smell. You smell fantastic. Is that a new ESL One Cologne or something,
Oh,
Harry?
that was good. That was
awful.
No, I just borrowed some of your deodorant, actually. I smell just
actually.
like you. So, kind of gloating. More like,
I'll take that compliment.
Yeah, go on then.
Yeah, but either way, let's get into this, right? We have a long day ahead of us, a lot of matches for the first 3 days, of course. So let's at least break things down by looking at the bracket and seeing what we do have for you guys in store today. First game that we're going to be covering, right, not at the top of your screen, but it should be. It is going to be Astralis up against ENCE. Ghost Gaming are certainly not in this event, as far as I'm aware.
No, they're not. But I'm just doing this up and staring right into the camera, so it's quite an intimate experience, isn't it?
Let's get a bit of a talk about this game going there, at least, while we wait for that to get sorted.
Okay.
We've got Astralis, obviously high seed coming into this event. As you can see, bracket is on the screen now. Thank you, guys. ENCE, obviously, being the qualified team from the European region. Finnish team, definitely been making a rise as of late. We've seen them make their way to the minor in London that will be coming up in a few weeks. And, of course, here as well. I think that's extremely important to see. It's nice to see a new team gracing the 250k plus LAN circuit. This is $300,000 here at Cologne, Harry. There's some money on the line.
Yeah, and I think ENCE aren't to be underestimated, shall we say? They certainly have their experience between them. We have a couple of players in there that you might recognise. Most notable probably going to be Arlu.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be the real talking point. But there's a few guys in there which, if you're not familiar, I can't even remember which teams I've seen them playing, but guys like Sergej, Alexa B and all that, they're very, very talented. So I can't wait to see how they do on a big stage such as this.
The thing I like about ENCE is they've not just taken one roster. They've split players from so many rosters. We've got two players from Harvu, of course, that being Alexa B and Sergej. You've got X7 from iGame. You've got Ariel from Super Jimmy, the ESEA MDL team, and of course you've got Arlu, who's been around the block. He's played NIP, he's played FaZe, he's played Optic.
Just calling him out.
He's been everywhere.
He sleeps around, but. We also have, the other guys that you can see on your screens, NIP versus Cloud9, Massports Gambit, G2 Na'Vi.
I think we're covering that game as well.
It's going to be good. There's, I'm excited to see some more from this new G2 roster as well. That's going to be fun. Big fan of seeing Smiths back in the saddle. We have some fun stuff going on with rosters as well. But let's go ahead and take a look at Group B. As I've just been told we have that ready. See, we have FaZe versus Boot Dreamscape.
And while I see upset potential in the Astralis ENCE game, not by a big margin, because of course Astralis are the best team in the world, I think Boot are really going to struggle with that early matchup. FaZe do such a good job of just eliminating these qualifier teams and just completely smashing them. We think back to Katowice, right? The week after that game, where it was the opening match of FaZe versus Order, the Australian team, to find themselves in Poland, and they just got slammed. 16-3 on Mirage.
Yeah, FaZe, they're pretty keen bunch of gamers.
Yeah,
they're a couple of shooty boys, that's for sure. Renegades versus Made in Brazil, Fnatic North, and Big versus Team Liquid. Big, another interesting point for me, Hugo. I can't wait to see how they do. The hometown team, famously, ESL One Cologne never really needed a home team, right? The crowd is just monumental at this event. That's what I've been told. I've actually never been, but you have. So, it's pretty insane. At least, from watching at home, from my nice, cushiony sofa, it always looks pretty rip-roaring. There's a reason why they call it the Cathedral of Counter-Strike, Hugo. But, I'm looking forward to this. Now that we have a German team, the main talking point, obviously, for us is that we have some British representation in the form of Papa Smoo. Don't know if that's meant to be a fist bump or just like fist raise. That's happy. Great, dude. I almost went in for the fist bump, so I'm pretty nervous about everything that just happened.
We can go into before we go into the game. Let's jump right in, Harry. Don't leave me hang.
Dude, why would we do this?
We're straight into this one, actually. Right. In fact, it is map number 1 in this best of 1. So the only map, funnily enough, between ENCE and Astralis. We're on to Nuke as well. We'll talk a little bit more about this in the future, but for now, we're straight into Pistol. Bomb going down on B here for Astralis, and a post plant already coming in.
Nice, definitely is. Sergej going to be winning his fight out towards outside with Zipex, and The retake's going to be underway. As you can see, it's fallen into a 3-on-4. Bomb down, Magisk pinned into the bomb site here. Players pushing up. To his right, Magisk. His work cut out for him. He's going to go out and find a quick double. Even the third, and Magisk is tearing them apart very, very quickly. Astralis back into this round, and Sergej's he's left at a 1v2. So much damage to do, and Magisk is going to keep on finding kills. 4 for him in the pistol, as he's going to be firing on all cylinders early on.
That is such a feel-good round for Magisk as well. The recent addition to Astralis has just been playing out of his mind since they picked him up. Obviously, the Kiebi experiment did not go well for this team, but since adding Magisk, they have just been going from win to win. So Astralis starting things off as you would expect on a map they're going to be very comfortable with. Of course, this is one that ENCE have certainly played. They put some time in, but when you're coming up against Astralis on a map like Nuke, you really can't afford to make mistakes. And Astralis on the T side as well, kicking things off, is only going to make a very uphill battle even more difficult here for ENCE. We've got that second round force buy that we know and love. Astralis with a few SMGs and 1 AK up on Magisk, who made a lot of money in that previous round. And it is the outside play down towards the secret where Alexibi sits with that CZ75. He's got a lot of work cut out for him. No teammates to support. Glaive round the corner and a missed shot from Alexibi, and that will open things up for Astralis.
Yeah, 4 players going to be aggressing down into this B-bomb site. As you correctly say, they found that man advantage. And now the question becomes how much. Ooh. Well, nothing. He's going to give us the answer very, very quickly, actually. Always good to see. From this point onwards, Astralis should have the round under wraps. Very little chance of ENCE really being able to get back into things. May really be considering saving. You see Sergej's backed all the way off down in towards CT spawn. Or T spawn, rather. It's Alu down in CT spawn. And Nero's going to look to rejoin the rest of the gang. So that's going to be Astralis fighting the second round. Keeping 5 players alive as well.
And very methodical clearing down towards that big bomb site as well. We saw that Molotov go out towards the back box, just making sure everything is checked and there's no, gaps in their attack.
Well, see, that's one of the things. I think if you're ENCE, pretty ballsy going for Nuke. I haven't really seen much of this new roster, but Danes, they love a bit of Nuke. I don't know what it is with Danish teams. They just really seem to enjoy it. And Astralis especially, kind of being the best team in the world right now, not going to be an easy feat. I don't imagine Alu's going to survive here. He's going to get 1. But that will be it. The rest of the guys do manage to cling on to the pistol and armor. So at least going to have that going forward. One thing I do love about ENCE is their ability just to get Alu back in the roster, sell him for a load of money, and then he just comes back. He's like a boomerang. They just throw him out into the world, and he just comes back. It's like, oh mate, you made us 200,000. Great, get back in. It's fantastic. Natu's just laughing. But yeah, Astralis, they're going to find themselves a second round there. And with these CZs, the smoke up on Sergej, maybe ENCE can get a little bit of damage done in this round.
Can I just say it's an angle and a half from X7 sitting outside. I've not seen that one before. I'm a big fan. But he's moved off the position, and Astralis have taken ramp, as you say. With all those players kept alive in the previous round, they've still got all these SMGs to go, and the nade usage from Astralis, we already know that's fantastic carry. Definitely keep your eyes out for that. And already Device has opened up with his HE, dropping 1 man, the man himself. Second one falling in line as Magisk works his way into hell. And one by one, Astralis are just completely tearing ENCE apart. As you would expect in this round, it's only pistols. We've got a couple of saved CZs with some armor, but by and large, it is just Astralis trying to make some money. Alu might catch out Device here, but he doesn't seem to be working his way towards the garage. Instead, it's Glaive in the spawn doing some work himself. And with that, it's 1 man standing. Not for long. Aerial will surely be dropped out of this one as Astralis continue to hunt, continue to chase, and a third round comes at no real surprise.
Yeah, but now this buy going to be on the cards for ENCE. Alu doesn't have enough money to go for the AWP. Just going to be M4s across the board for the Finnish side. We're going to be seeing the SMGs kept up for Astralis. They're going to look to try and go for the bonus round here. See players around $5,000. A chance to make a lot of money if this round goes their way. And it's going to be Zipnix leading the charge with the Mach 10, charging in towards his bomb site. He's going to split out Sergej. It's Dupree to find him. More players pushing on in, and Zipnix feeling the pressure. 10 out of ammo. Alu going to be able to find him. Glaive and Dupree left at a 2-on-3. And Glaive's been allowed to duck down in towards this B bomb site, so he will be afforded the bomb plant by the looks of things. Alu's going to be arriving just a little bit too late. So the bomb goes down, and now Dupree and Glaive in with a fighting chance.
It's an opportunity here. Dupree's trying to cut off the rotation, but Aerial, he's sneaking by. No way he'll check this corner. Surely not. It's going to take too much time for Aerial to commit. So Dupree will wait and have no idea that Aerial slipped down through the ramp, although the timing is perfect. Dupree making this round possible out of nowhere. Astralis are back into a 2-on-2. The bomb yet to even be defused here by the side of ENCE. They need to get on that pretty quickly because Molotovs are flying in, shots are being hit, and Glaive's going to find one more. It's only left to X7. He has to get on this bomb, but there's just no time left, Harry. No kit, no chance. Astralis pick up their 4th round.
And that was the bonus as well. So much money right now for the T side. They've completely reset ENCE money. All but gone. So it becomes a pretty worrying prospect already. Straight off the bat, you know, only being 5 rounds in Astralis. You imagine they're going to find a 5th here as the partial buy going to be coming through from ENCE. They're going to have that max loss bonus accumulated, so they will be able to get by into the next. But still, you don't imagine Astralis lose very easily just to these, you know, to the CZ and armor. The one scavenged and saved rifle over on the side of ENCE. Already, if they're able to go 5-0 up on their T side, that is really not the debut that ENCE wanted here up on a big stage.
I mean, that's what you really need, right? You could end 10-5 as Astralis and still be pretty happy. Obviously, they're not going to be happy with that considering they are a far better team, but you could definitely get 5 rounds on Nuke and be totally fine on the T side, but that is not looking good for ENCE right now. Although, a pick came their way, but Dupree quickly trades back, dropping into main, taking a lot of damage. And Magist's going to drop as well, up in the hut. Sergey's now got a gun to go along with his armor, complemented well. And so now ENCE are suddenly in a man advantage, Harry. We said that this round should not be going their way, and in fact this is certainly looking to be a bit dangerous, but Astralis are so good at getting themselves out of these situations.
Yeah, are ENCE going to finish this round with a victory, or are Astralis going to Denmark their territory, Hugo? That's the question. Glaive and Dupree. This crossfire set up in towards the A-bomb site. Glaive going to be leading the charge, and he has got 2 players to try and overcome. That's going to be Sergey and 7. It rains in. Good damage up on a 7. Now the pressure falls into Sergey, and they've knocked down in that B-bomb site. They've had so much success here. Dupree, despite being tagged down away HP, still able to pick off Arlu, and now suddenly you're back into a 3-on-3. The bomb going to go down inside of the B-bomb site, and Aerial wrapping around the ramp. All 3 players from ENCE coming from this same position. They have so much work to do. Glaive, and the B-bomb side is lonesome, does get caught out, and now the pressure falls to Zipnix and Dupree. Both very far removed from this bomb, so having to now retake it, push back in. To find the first 2 Aerial. Sergey trades, and now it's Dupree. 8 HP, still able to find 1, and now it falls to him in the 1v1. 7 goes rushing into him. Dupree misses the spray. I think there's just enough time left for the defuse to come in. ENCE going to find themselves their first round on the back of that partial buy.
Oh. That is as close as you come, Harry. That is the worst case scenario as well for ENCE. Astralis do a really good job of actually getting themselves into a good position there. Bomb down on the site. We've seen ENCE struggle in these post plants before, and Astralis have done a really good job of just delaying the time. But X7 makes the right call. He gets aggressive. He doesn't stick that bomb. He chases down Dupree, and that will be the round that ENCE finally get on the board. The one they really shouldn't have. Astralis are going to be kicking themselves for letting an anti-eco like that go. But now ENCE have a plethora of money. Outlaw on the AWP, and another fast A play here for Astralis. They are going no respect style. It's Sergey already decapitated. Alexi B has to follow up from the back of heaven, but he's only able to get more damage. It's Dupree low once again, but Astralis still hold the man advantage and the bomb site.
Yeah, this is just going to be horrible to try and retake for ENCE, as there's still a decent bit of utility left up for Astralis. That 1 smoke on device represents a real problem. And 7 on that flank isn't able to find anything, so yeah, the save call just has to come through, and that is a bitter pill to swallow. Arlu's going to be able to drop a gun over to Sergey.
But that's a reset as well. That's the worst possible situation there for ENCE, of course, and that's why they're saving these guns. If we had money to fall back on, ENCE could have risked going for that retake, but because Astralis are about to put them back down to the $1,400 loss bonus, they don't want to even attempt it. They don't want to go anywhere near it, because the second they start losing players, there's not only money gone, but opportunities to get more rounds, and Astralis could easily be up to 7 or 8-1 before ENCE even get a buy round back in. So it's very important they have held on to these guns. Definitely a good decision instead of going for a man disadvantage on an A-site retake. Nuke is extremely difficult to retake even with man advantages, so ENCE realise the difficulty of their spot, and it will be, as you said, Harry, that drop over from Arlu. the buy coming through regardless from ENCE, but again, we're in a situation where they've just been reset. They have to counter reset here, or Astralis will surely go 8-1.
Crazy seeing Hugo in the first game of the day. 7 going to be forced off the angle. Still going to hold over here at ramp. This feels a little bit risky. Very common to see players just immediately duck down the ramp, play that information game, and this is why they're going to go wrapping onto him. Dupree has been a star right now for Astralis. Aerial. There we go. Going to drop Device as he does get caught pushing in towards that A-bomb site. 4-on-4 now. Dupree, as I said, has been on point for Astralis. So good in these opening duels. Arlu just gets caught looking away, but still able to adjust to find Magis. Dupree, how does he manage that? Another opener found by the Starman right now for Astralis. And bomb goes down inside of this B bomb site once more. This is the reoccurring issue now for ENCE. Did they even go for this one, Hugo?
I mean, even with the man advantage last time they retook this site, they struggled. But this is the best position ENCE have been in a while. They have to try. They can't afford to keep saving and giving rounds away because Astralis are already starting to run away with this map. Great post plants employed. Dupree making contact and Glaive waiting for that to be made. There's the peak, but Alexa trades. Dupree back in for more, but it's Alexa to hit another kill. He needs one more just to find this round, but he misses the bomb while going for the tap and checks the wrong corner. It's not enough time. This round's over, and Zipnix is just going to win by staying alive. He goes down, but so does the round for ENCE. It's won by Astralis, 6-1, Harry. The reset delayed, but it still comes back in. And that is the money still completely gone for ENCE. While we've seen them win this exact round before, I'm not holding my breath.
You most certainly are not, because breathing is important.
That is true.
ENCE,
they got to make sure they don't choke.
Hey. That's a good one. That was a nice. You really took that meme and ran with it, Hugo.
Thank you.
Here's another one. I'll point out another meme if it presents itself. One that I've been mulling over for a while.
You can't allude to it, Harry. You just have to pull it out.
Yeah, but it's very contextual.
Okay.
You know, it relies on the right things happening. No, no, never mind. Just wait. Sergey's going to be holding out here up on top of the hut, and you can see Astralis looking to try and keep these rifles at range where they do their due diligence versus the pistols. You can see Dupree once again outside. And he's just holding the fort. There is Arlu and Alexa B out here. 7. There we go. This was the meme. He reminds me of iDubbbz. Am I the only one who can see that? You know, it's pretty...
I was wondering where you had a photo of them on your phone. I was like, what are you doing?
Yeah, well, you know, I had to visually make the comparison. You know,
well, ramp push anyway for Astralis here. Pistols for ENCE, so this has gone about as well as I expected. Sergey shoots the wrong target. Zipnix was already low, and he cannot retreat because Dupree again, 10-2, and still firing off. It's the gun that was dropped over to Alu, has to hold the line, but Device quickly dispatches of him, and with that, X7 finds a gun, but will he even go for this? I wouldn't be surprised if not, and Device, wow, gives him a bit of a blow to the head, Harry. Not the blow you want to receive, I can tell you that right now.
Jeez, okay, we're already turning it up to 11. Fair enough. You know, we still got 10 more hours of this, so, you know, maybe sit on the gold a bit more.
I'll do my best.
But AWP going to be coming out for Ali. Sacrifices the armor so he can go ahead and pick that up. Utility for the rest of the gang. Aerial has a kit.
The thing is about this game is if ENCE gets smashed, I don't even care. Like, no, not as in I don't care, as in, you know, I don't think this team is going to struggle in this event because of this map. I think you have to take into account if you're ENCE, if you do get smashed, you can reset, you can go into your next game, and you can have a really good opportunity of actually having a run in this tournament, considering you're massive underdogs and people aren't going to be prepping for you. Astralis are just playing their own game here, and they're playing it fantastically, but ENCE certainly have an opportunity to go far in Cologne. However, this game does not seem to be going too well. But this round, Harry, maybe a bit of a different story.
Most definitely. There's just Glaive and Dupree left. That said, Dupree has been proving to me that anything is possible. He's up in heaven, and they've got no idea that he's here. How has he been able to get so deep into the back line of ENCE? Alexi B is tucked away. Glaive looking like he wants to try and come in and rejoin up with Dupree inside of this A bomb site, but they have to spot out Alexa B. If he's allowed to sit here, he's going to find damage on a Dupree. Now they know his whereabouts. Rotation going to be coming back in from Sergey, but Dupree tagged low from the heavens. Raining down death, almost caught off guard by 7. Goes up. Glaive going to drop Arlu, and slowly but surely Astralis clawing their way back in to a round that they never should have been allowed back into. Sergey gets caught off guard by Dupree once again, and suddenly it's X7. 1v2, the bomb goes down in that faithful B bomb site. And X7 left with the clutch of a lifetime. Does manage to find Dupree. That's the toughest hurdle overcome, but you still have to get past Glaive, and that is no easy feat. Time ticking against him. He does have the kit. 1v1, and Glaive up above him on the rafters. There's should be no way back into this, and there we go. Glaive going to go out and find the triple at the very end. Astralis in 8th round. And this is just utter domination right now from the Danes.
I just have no idea how they win that round, right? Yeah, they have Dupree up in heaven and he gets behind enemy lines, but ENCE was so pushed into main, they had players up in ramp, no one was really committed to the A site apart from Alexa B, and still Astralis not only win that first duel to take down Alexa B, which should never be happening anyway, he doesn't need to commit to that fight. As you can see, he threw down the Molotov and then re-peeked with his teammate and still got domed. Like, ENCE should never be losing that round. They had a 4v2, they had good map control, and still they give up that B bomb site that has continued to be a constant hurdle that they can't overcome, Harry. They have short legs, and this is a very tall hurdle. 8-1 for Astralis. ENCE calling in a tactical timeout, certainly a good decision being made, but at one point, do we go, this is too late?
I mean, I think you could maybe be saying that now. 8-1 is pretty a pretty staggering lead here for Astralis. Very, very good map for them. And also, I think, you know, I want to say undeniably the best team, but I do actually think, you know, FaZe could give them a run for their money.
Na'Vi.
I see. I still don't have that much faith in Na'Vi. It comes down to one man too much, Hugo.
It's like our casting.
It's been...
I'll leave that one open to interpretation.
It's going to be the B play. Magisk leading the charge, and ENCE have already cleared out all the way into lobby. A tall order, but they have done some damage on his Zipnix. They've spotted him out over here outside. Glaive actually going to get dropped by X7 over there on the ramp. They seem proficient with these pistols. Zipnik's always caught out as well over here in secret. But I think if you're ENCE, you kind of have to... It's weird because it's like, you know, you almost want to save, and because at this point, 3v4, you're not feeling too likely, you don't have a kit, you have to be very, very quick. But now that they found that frag on Magic, things do get a bit more interesting. Yeah, they're just going to look to hold on to these now.
I think you're at a point where it's like ENCE want to try and take some money away from Astralis, get some exit kills, right? But at the end of the day, when it's 8-1, it's so difficult to actually take money away from the Ts, because not only are they just not losing players, right? We're seeing constant rounds where they're keeping 3 or more alive, but also, obviously, it's 9-1 now. You know, they're winning every single round.
Yeah,
so
I don't even think at this point...
How much damage can you really do to the economy?
I don't even think at this point it's about taking money away. I think it's just more about trying to come out that round with a rifle, or maybe, you know, you find a couple of frags and things get out of control, then you can retake. Because at this point, you know, that's why they were so hesitant to save. Is it's like, you know, you're going to be 9-1 down. On your CT side, you have to start going for some of these rounds at some point in time.
And it's always that B bomb site, it seems. I don't know why ENCE aren't switching the setup. Throw a man down in B. You know, play a heavy B play with a couple of players.
I think this is Rush maybe observing right now. Is it?
Hey,
there we go. That's the sort of cinematic high production quality we can expect from him. Outside, Magisk is actually the first to fall, so Ariel's picked up ENCE an early man advantage. They're going to be feeling good about this one. First time they've really had this in a while. Glaive has been allowed to sneak down through secret.
Behind enemy lines, at least for now. X7 has rotated down and Alu is close to doing so up in the ramp, but there's still a man here. Glaive, which door does he choose, Harry? Which door does he walk through? It's going to be the right one, at least for X7, because he's posted on the angle, ready and waiting on the other side. But Glaive doesn't commit. He wraps up. The problem is with this, you have to break the windows. He may be masked by Astralis shooting out the windows above the A site. You see a lot of teams do that nowadays, but yeah, he pops it. X7 realizes, and there we go. He gets the kill. 2 committed to B, not going to work out, and another man advantage taken for Sergey. Drops Dupree. Finally, ENCE, out of nowhere, they win a flawless round. That is fantastic. That's exactly what they needed to get their confidence back. But not only that, Harry, to keep guns alive means they at least have some money to fall back on if Astralis come in with a heavy reset, which of course is totally realistic considering how this map has been going.
Yeah, and that's the feel-good factor now for ENCE. You have that little buffer, right? So even if Astralis do an Astralis thing and annihilate you, still have money in the next round. Certainly feeling pretty good. Device. Sorry, Hugo.
I was just going to say, the thing is, they won't have a crazy amount of money anyway, right? We have 3k here. They'll get 1,400 loss for losing this round if they do. If they don't save any players, we're going to have, you know, the bare minimum buy coming through for ENCE.
That is very true. I was curious because Device was heading over towards outside. He was able to get there very, very quickly. Had the spawn for it. They even boosted him over the smokes, but no one here seemingly for ENCE. Instead, it falls to Aerial all the way back in CT spawn to try and hold outside. Thing with this, they can't spot anyone crossing a secret.
Oh no.
Device reads that very, very well. They boost him up. That's a man advantage secured early on for Astralis. If you're ENCE, you're going to be quaking in your boots at this point in time. Already losing a man. You can see the response to it is to go to push X7 over in towards Radio, but Magisk and Zipniks are holding for it.
But again, I'm just very worried. Now we've lost outside control. Astralis have a free line down into that B site. There's not a single man down to stop there. No one even on ramp right now. So ENCE are leaving a lot of the map open. Alu just gets timed as they walk right by him, and that's misinformation that may even cost ENCE the round. Alexibi is not going to expect this push up the ladder if they do opt to go for that unless they push through ramp, and that will be the case. Because X7 is pushed up, Astralis are wrapping behind him. They're one step ahead. This is a 900 IQ wrap from Astralis, and X7, he has no idea what's about to hit him. That is ridiculous.
Imagine you're X7 there. You're just like, are these guys phantoms or something? Just,
oh, no.
You know, just Glaive walking through walls at this point in time. But, you know, walking through walls, seeing through walls, it feels like Astralis can do all of the above. Alexibi and Sergey forced to try and save, because as you pointed out at the start of the round, Hugo, correctly so, if you don't save anything out here, you're going to have a very, very bare bones buy into the next. At least this way, these guys can buy up some extra utility. They can drop rifles over to their teammates. It's going to be the most crucial thing, because then you can redistribute the economy, something that a lot of socialists are a big fan of. Redistribute the wealth. Let's go.
Trickle-down economy for the win.
They're going to be holding on to what they can, and they should get away with it. Astralis don't look too keen on hunting. You can see Device is having a little rummage in CT. Not sure that's the best term to describe what he's doing, but, you know. A 10th round on the board, regardless. And that's a pretty grim scoreline for all the ENCE fans out there. But still, as you kind of pointed out, it's day one of their first kind of debuts on a big event. I don't think they can be too disappointed with this scoreline right now.
It's just so common to see it. It's just like every event where you have a team like this qualify for a LAN, obviously they come in at lowest seed and they just have to face the best team at the moment. And right now it's Astralis, and that's like the best form they've ever been in, it seems to you know, right now, I would say. Or at least going to be leading towards that. So ENCE definitely having a bit of a tough time. The AWP is up, at least for Alu in this round, so that can fight off against Device. And we've got a lot of outside control here for the CT side, at least attempted outside control. Alexibi spots a shadow of Dupree above. And the flashbang coming in, Dupree again dropping. Alu's already dead. Device is going to open up with his AWP, and Alexibi getting pressured. There's a man on the site to help him out, but Dupree, he's just going to isolate this duel. Aerial caught outside, and now Astralis can just suffocate this A site.
Oh, this is sad.
Oh no.
You really hate to see him. Dupree and Alexibi's name, number, everything. And now it is just X7 left in a 1v4, backing away in a CT. They even know where he is. Glaive's going to go hunting, and Zipniks is there. Astralis, I love watching them for the sheer reason they just look so smart right now, you know, like they read everything to a T. Because as you pointed out, you know, most teams coming into this won't really have prepared to play versus like ENCE, right? You won't bother looking at strategies for the teams that you don't really know that well. That's normally how it goes. Is, you know, you just prep for the bigger guys, and you know, with versus teams that are kind of the underdog, you just play your own game, right? Yeah. And Astralis, regardless, they have such a good read and understanding, and of how this game actually works right now. Their utility usage is something that we speak about so often, and that's amazing on their CT side. But even with that wrap round back through,
exactly.
that was unreal. Like to even register that that's how it would go down, because they didn't spot X7 out. But anyway, giving them a lot of praise. It's Manchester first to fall in this round. So man advantage gained early on for ENCE. They're going to have a little bit of breathing room in this round. There's an AK outside as well that one of these players with just a CZ would love to go and grab.
Ooh, that timing, Dupree just repositioned to the corner, right? Sergey went for the peak, and that is going to work out wonderfully for Dupree. Again, keeping up his heavy streak, and he'll find a second kill. Only 2 rifles left up here for the CT side, and more damage coming through. LXB will drop Zitnix, but X7 just rounds the corner without having his gun out. Device is going to gun him down, and it is the sole defender of the A site, the sole defender of the round, in fact, to stand. In a 1v3, he's got to get the ace to win this round, or a cheeky ninja, but with no kit, no smoke, and Astralis already having that bomb going down towards the B site, I find that to be unlikely. Again, another confident round seemingly for the Danes, and in a game they should be winning every single time, Harry, let's be real. As much as we want to dream for the ENCE upset, this is just Astralis through and through. This is kind of what you have to expect when you see this team. So Alexibi giving it a go, but realistically he knows, should probably just save that gun.
Yeah, he's going to manage 3 kills. A little bit devastating, but you have to play the long game. Going to take that out of the next round, the final round of this first half. Ooh,
oh my god, that's so timing.
He's going to manage to get away at least. But still, 12-2, and no money into this next round. Just this one scavenged rifle, and Alexibi can also drop one over. That's going to be the best that they can muster. Looking to the future. It's a pretty grim situation to be in.
I think that's an understatement.
Yeah, no, you could definitely say it. My voice cracked as I tried to speak it. Yeah, I'm just going to agree with you, flat out, Hugo.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's gone ahead and dropped Aerial, an M4. There's some Little Mermaid jokes we can make there about Aerial not having a leg to stand on because he's
a fish,
got fins. There's a couple. X7, fast down ramp. They're not ready for this. And actually, Arlu going to be leading the charge. Does get separated by that Molotov. They say divide and conquer, and that's exactly what they do there. Arlu, first man to fall, but now Alexibi. And X7 still here, still applying this pressure. Aerial going to drop another man elsewhere. That's Dupree to go down over towards outside. So we're into a 3-on-3, but X7 gives up that man advantage, takes the fight. He's all on his own, and now he leaves Alexibi high and dry to hold back the coming tide of Astralis in this A bomb site. And Device back against the wall. Deagle prevails, leaving Aerial up in the sky. 1v3. Let's see, is it going to be a warm reception as Aerial adjusts? Moving towards ramp, he's going to hear Glave's footsteps on the B-bomb site. Maybe he catches Glaive unawares here, but the timing's not there for him, and Glaive going to go out and find that frag now. Leaves us 13-2 at the end of the first half in favour of Astralis.
Yeah, that's pretty good for Astralis, I would say. They're going to be happy with that one. A nice dominant start to this this event for them, and of course a game that you kind of would assume would be a little favour for Astralis. But yeah, I definitely just look at this game and question the map pick for ENCE, right? You're going into a map that you already know not only is amazing for Danish teams, but also just has been a staple of Astralis for so long. So yeah, it's a hard one to fight, and like it's so... I don't know why they didn't just go for a more puggy map. I don't actually know the veto myself, but I mean, this is just a surprise.
I do kind of, while I agree
I respect it, but
I kind of think if you're looking at it as ENCE, it's like, where do we feel most comfortable to probably get bodied? But like, obviously that's not what they're thinking. But it's like, I think any map would have been pretty heavily one-sided.
But why go on like one of the most strategic maps in the map pool? That's like, okay, we're going against the best team in the world for the strategic
if you're ENCE,
side.
right, it's like you can look at this and you could have prepped all day long knowing that Astralis are very, very happy to play Nuke, and you could have just isolated this as like their one pick that you want to meet them on, really read into the strategy and everything and how they like to play. Yeah. They might have amazing knowledge and now their CT side tendencies, and they might really surprise us. You never know, Hugo.
Yeah, that is the thing, right? If you're going to prep for a best of one like this and you want to know what map it is, you have to let Astralis be comfortable. You can't obviously in a best of one, both teams are always comfortable to some extent. I mean, not in this scoreline, but you have to pick a map that you know Astralis are going to want to play, and of course they'll want to play Nuke against ENCE. So yeah, maybe maybe they've done their prep, but it's clearly not showing off too well, at least not on the CT side. But we now switch the things over, Harry. We have a chance to see ENCE on the T side, but so much of that is going to rely on this pistol round, of course, as cliche as you can get. If ENCE don't pick up this first round here, it may be over before it even starts, and Astralis could run away with this 16-2, and yeah, we won't even see a buy from ENCE. So it would be a shame to see that. I do want ENCE to win the pistol just so we can have a chance to see how they're going to come into this game prepared, and hopefully they have some tricks up their sleeve, Harry. Hopefully they are magicians.
I think you're going to need more than a trick up your sleeve, maybe like a mouse up your sleeve.
Why a mouse?
This is the Cedar Creek nuclear power plant.
Are Astralis scared of mice?
I don't mean like...
That's a very...
Yeah, no, that was
That's
nice.
a weird fear, right? Spider fear is one thing. I can get behind that, but like being scared of mice, I don't really...
I think it's more rats that scare people, not really mice. Mice are quite sweet, you know. Whereas rats...
What,
not that rats aren't. I've eaten many a mouse. You know, when you're on the 3-day gaming binge, you just grab whatever you can, dude. It's not a healthy snack. It's not good for you.
I'm just picturing that South Park episode where they're doing the World of Warcraft binge and Eric just calls for his mum. I'm not even going to get I'm just not even going to get into detail.
So Moses always says that my hearing's bad, Hugo.
Yeah.
And I just feel like I got flashbanged in real life. My ears are ringing.
Why?
I think I have... Is it tinnitus? Yeah, I think
Maybe.
I have that. That's good fun. But this is going to be good. I agree with you, Hugo. I want to see ENCE win the pistol. I want to see this... you know, what they can do on their T side. Are they well rehearsed? Are they well prepared? Have they done their homework? Because versus a team like Astralis, they're a pretty tough opponent to overcome. I was going to try and make like a homework school meme there, and I just couldn't like chain the meme together fast enough. So it doesn't matter. But we can already see a bit of a lengthy pause being taken here at the start of the first half. Probably just a couple of issues. You can hear the chat typing away, but there we go. Looks like we're back into this one, Hugo. Alexabee's brought up the utility for ENCE, and Sergey's gone for a deagle, which I think, you know, you could justify on this map in the sense you can take that towards outside.
I think he might go ramp. I have an inkling that this might be a ramp play because of the limited utility. And an A-site play is pretty difficult with, you know, a nade, a smoke, and a flash, right? You're going to want more than that. And, you know, unless it comes down to just a fast yard play, I think ramp would be a good option for this deagle. At least Alu seems to think so, and the bomb as well, working its way there. But let's see how Astralis adjusts to this. They've already dropped the man into B, and they've dropped the man outside. X7 gets wrecked by Glaive, and the ramp split coming through. But Zitnik's flashed out. He cannot support his teammate, got to fall back, and now ENCE are going to be given a bit of territory down towards B. But this is the difference, Harry. Astralis are already in the site.
They are. Dupree, first man here, going to try and stand his ground. They do go flooding onto him. It's Aerial. Let's go ahead and pick that up. Next down at the ramp, Device going to go ahead and drop Arlu. He's not done yet. It's actually Sergey to pick that one up. Ooh, quick double with the D. We were maybe doubting it at first. Aerial going to go ahead and find one more. Magisk. Scary situation to be in. Trying to peek over the top of that smoke. Just misses the timing. The final Exaby. This smoke feels like it's lasting forever. For us, you can imagine how Magisk is feeling right now. It's just never going to fade. It's just walking away. Doesn't have a kit. There's no time. It looks like ENCE are going to be finding themselves the pistol here. Magisk hoping he can hold on to this.
Oh, no.
Oh, you hate that. You hate the old accidentally hit your jump key. Don't know what he has it bound. He probably mouse wheel.
Scroll wheel, yeah.
I don't do that. I'm still the old school
That's why you can't be hop, Harry, okay?
Yeah, I mean, I can just do it with the space bar.
Yeah, but not consistently. That's the whole point of the scroll wheel. No, you're sending out so many, you know, you're registering so many jumps that you can't miss it. That's maybe you're just so naturally talented. I think
that's probably it, dude. You know, I play a lot of Guitar Hero, so I'm very good at clicking buttons.
Great with his fingers, they say. Well, ENCE now need to be pretty great with their fingers if they want to start to mount this comeback, Harry. They've found the pistol round, they've got the guns, they've got everything they could have hoped for here, but they haven't got... you know, a realistic comeback unless they win this round. Of course, Astralis still have potential to upset with pistols, although we don't have a heavy force buy coming through. They've actually focused on utility rather than armor here on the CT side, which isn't necessarily a bad buy, but it's going to be very difficult to win this round with no armor. Because, again, if they pick up rifles here, ENCE are just going to aim punch them to oblivion with these SMGs. So Astralis need to find something here. They need to find a man advantage, although we don't have too much aggression going on. It's Glaive down towards B. It's a scout posted outside here for Astralis, and ENCE looking to hit that yard.
Yeah, they're going to be sneaking on up. They haven't been spotted outside just yet. Device saw them early on, but when he got dinked by Alexa with that MP7, he was very, very keen to retreat to a more passive position. He's painting them up with damage with the scout. He's going to find one in return. There's so many players pushing towards him, but he is spreading damage thinly across Astralis.
What? This is starting to get really dangerous.
I think, Arlo does go down, but now just Glaive. Yeah, you don't survive in this position. So many players coming his way. Surely not. X7 going to manage both kills at the very end.
That really hurt.
Find a fourth.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were done.
That's fine.
I'm not just trying to interrupt you as much as that will seem.
No, dude. Lots of energy.
Yeah. You know? Lots of energy. That was terrible.
That was actually just awful.
That really hurts for Astralis, though, right? They get 4 players down to 40 or 30 HP or lower, right? They do so much damage in terms of actual numbers, but it's just so spread across everyone, and only one man goes down. A really nice attempt from Astralis. They're just chipping away with the CZs and the scout and device, but yeah, unsuccessful. And now this leads to a full eco. ENCE are going to be happy with this one, a fast A play, but Astralis are stacked up here. We have 5 players, or at least we had 5 players, because one's already gone down. Ziknik's going to be dropping as well. It looked like a fast A play, but ENCE have kind of slowed the brakes.
Yeah, slowing the brakes. Not sure I can track that metaphor exactly.
No.
Maybe applying the brakes, but
yeah.
The idea was that Magisk, maybe a ramp, pushing on through. Alexa V holding the angle, and there should be no chance for him. His time in this world comes to an end, and it's Alexa V to bring about that change. 5 to 13 now. Buy comes in for Astralis, so Easy Street is officially over for this ENCE side. And I was curious, is Arlie going to go in with the AWP buy? You see that they had that UMP floating around. Is it going to be the attempt at a bonus round here for ENCE?
Nah, there's an AK dropped for him, yeah. I like how ENCE actually upgrade the SMGs to rifles. They don't mess around with a bonus when you're 13-5 down. That's not the round you should be doing. You should just be going for full rifles. You want every opportunity you can to win this. And a fast play down vents here for Sergey. He is just going to speed his way down towards the B-bomb site. Astralis might not even know this, because in the meantime, they're getting distracted by Alu finding the opening kill. Ziknik's may have pushed up, but Aerial won't be ready for that, and the bomb gets dropped. Ziknik's fades away, does not commit to any more than he needs to, but this flank is going to make all the difference.
This is mental. Sergey is one speedy boy. He's all the way down in the back line. They've got no idea that he's here, and Ziknik's about to get caught off guard by this flank.
Oh no.
Ooh, timing, there we go. Does manage to find it. That's opened up the B-bomb site. They're going to go to turn their attention to ramp, go running on through. Device, all that stands between ENCE and getting this bomb down, but already he's made his presence known. And that's enough to slow ENCE and stop them in their tracks. They're going to go ahead and leave B. Back towards A they go, and it's Arlu. Living on a prayer as he looks to try and make his way towards this A-bomb site. Glaive. I'm not sure they know that he's here. Now they certainly do.
Snake could finish a kill as well. It won't need to, because Dupree's just going to wallbang X7 on the site. Alexa V's cornered and he is trapped. Has to go down, and there Glaive finds 2. And that'll be Astralis, a clean retake to that A-bomb site. I like it as well. ENCE, they rotate off of B, and the second you see them leave that B site, because they've spotted Device, you instantly see Glaive take control of Hut, right? He knows that ENCE are going to come back to hit that A site, and so he sets up for a really good retake position. ENCE walk right into the trap, and Astralis win their 14th round. That may even seal the deal, unless ENCE can bounce back with a reset. We could be seeing Astralis win this game here and now. But we do have the money, Harry. We've got the AWP. We've got the rifles. Everything is in the hands of ENCE, except the rounds.
Yeah, and you know, one of the things I always theorize, Hugo, is that Glaive must just be one of the easiest people to beat in an aim duel because of his giant bulging brain. Makes it that much easier to headshot.
I wonder where that was going.
Yeah, I know. You thought it was going to be an insult,
yeah.
And then you just go full circle and bring it back round and compliment one of the faces of Danish CS. Ziknik's going to be opening up as he actually takes away a face and finish CS. Magic's going to get caught off guard. Sergey's in with the quick double down. Glaive now comes rotating in, and he does topple the problem. There we go. Quick double from Glaive, maybe even 3, and oh my goodness. All the kills raining in right now. Arlu's left in a 1 versus 3, and it's just not happening. Astralis find a 15th, and just as I'm bigging him up for being a smart man, he also shows he's got the brawn to back up those brains.
I don't know what ENCE are doing there. Sergej's trying to plant on the site while having no one watch his main. The smoke isn't down either. ENCE need to at least have someone cover that position or throw down utility because Sergej's just sitting in the open. I mean, no fault to his own. He found the double entry, but his team are just watching the vent rotate for some reason. And Astralis is going to come back through main. But yeah, big mistake there made by ENCE. It may cost them the map as well because that was their opportunity to double down, Harry, to find the reset, to keep themselves alive. But now they're up against match point. With one rifle to spare, a single SMG and a couple of CZ-75s, you are really, well, hoping if you're ENCE you can find something luckily here. There's a Molotov down towards B that will delay the push, and Glaive, again, the man, the hero of the previous round, looking to double down once more. He does set up ready and waiting on the edge, and the smoke spraying is perfect. It's Dupree to steal it away, and even though the utility bounds in for ENCE, it's a small consolation in an otherwise dire game. Astralis are just mopping up these kills, Harry.
Yeah, you start to abandon any ray of hope. Sergej's going to go down as he tries to deal with Device. And now Arlu and Aerial left 2v4. 4 deadly Danes to topple. That's the name of the game. As Arlu up on top of the hut. Gonna lose his life to Device. And now it's all left onto Aerial. CZ and a Dream. Very tall order ahead of him. To finish things off. Astralis will be winning out this map 16-5 as they take our first best of one of the day in a very, very dominating fashion over ENCE. Don't think there was, there was no doubt that it was going to be a very, very good game for Astralis. I don't know where I was going with that point, so just going to wrap that up. But yeah, I mean, I think that's exactly what we expected. That's what I'm trying to say.
I think to finish on what you're going to say, though, or at least what I assumed you were going to say, yeah, we expect that to be a good game for Astralis, but it's always a shame to see ENCE just get completely bodied, right? That wasn't even close. That wasn't even a fair game.
No, definitely not. But I think if you're ENCE, you don't have to read too much into that as such. You can just be like, okay,
we lost to the best team in the world. I think we'll be all right.
Exactly.
Yeah, like this is a roster that's only existed for a couple of months. They've only just started to make rises. They just qualified for the minor. They obviously came in, qualified for Cologne. Like, this is a team that we don't expect to be knocking down Astralis in a best of one on Nuke, right? We expect them to be maybe getting a couple of upset wins, maybe knocking out like one of the North American teams of this event potentially. I mean, I say that to be honest. The North American teams are looking fantastic. Little update for you guys at home if you're not watching that mainstream. Cloud9 are currently 12-3 up against NIP in their opening game as well. So that's pretty dominant. We'll keep you updated with all the scores throughout the day for both streams here on the B stream and on the A stream. But this is where you really want to stay because
B stands for best.
Exactly.
Best stream.
I was just going to capitalise on that as well, Harry. We may actually have a very good game coming up next. See, our schedule so far tells us we are doing G2 Na'Vi and the mainstream is doing Mousesports Gambit. See, I wouldn't be very surprised if they swapped that around and gave us Mousesports Gambit, but if we get G2 Na'Vi, that'd be a pretty sick game coming up next. So hopefully that will be our next game. But until then, we're going to throw it to a break and be sure to come back in just a few minutes for the next best of one.